Hey, when I drink, I don't know what I'm doing. I was loaded one night, I went into a gay bar. It was ridiculous. There was 15 guys for every guy. This was on full. This on full. It's on full. Okay, yeah.
Most comedians spent their careers trying to win respect, but Rodney Dangerfield did the exact opposite.
Now you kid, I know my wife cheats on me. Every time I come home, the parrot says, "Quick, out the window," you know?
These are Rodney Dangerfield's funniest moments ever. The 1976 Tonight Show set.
He keeps away from people. Goes out in his boat alone, stays in his boat, is always writing on a boat. Wait, in fact, his new book is all about boats.
Oh, what's it called?
Oh, great book. It's called Should a Man Buy a Yacht If His Girlfriend Laughs at His Dinghy?
I think I've read that.
I can't relax. That's my trouble.
Really?
I can't relax.
Tense, all tense, huh?
It's always tense. Can't relax.
Tense,
I got
tense.
a dog home, drives me nuts, too. I tell you, I got a dog. My dog makes me feel like I'm dirty, you know? He jumps in my bed and then he smells it for an hour before he lays down.
Rodney walks out with the loose tie, hunched shoulders, and the look of a man who's already been insulted 3 times before reaching the microphone. Dangerfield delivers crazy laughs on Johnny Carson.
Too deep. Anyway, now, love is important, Johnny. Blind dates are no good. Oh, blind dates are
You have
terrible.
trouble with blind dates?
Oh, I had one blind date. The girl showed up. She had pigtails under her arms.
Under her arm. That's a bad news-looking girl.
But there's a lot of girls around.
Are
I'll
there
tell you
really?
that. Oh, I met a girl a few weeks ago who worked in a restaurant making hamburgers. She told me she could make a big boy in 3 minutes and a boy big in 2 minutes.
The 1977 Tonight Show appearance has a slightly rawer energy than some of Rodney's later polished sets with that machine-like timing. Johnny Carson can't handle Rodney's one-liners.
Good crowd out there. Good crowd.
Good crowd.
Yeah, good crowd. A lot of good crowds here. Always a good crowd.
Yeah. You were just talking about shopping?
Oh,
Well, you were talking about the thing you were shopping,
Man,
right?
I did about feeling tomatoes, the whole thing. I went through that whole thing, you know. Supermarkets. Women, the funny thing, whenever they go to a supermarket, they don't say, like I saw a woman last week at the supermarket. She opened a container of sour cream, you know. And she opened it up, looked at it, put it back again. I said, how come you didn't take it? It was all right. She told me it was opened already. But New York is a summer festival.
Yes, it is.
Rodney's early 1971 Carson appearance catches the act before it becomes completely mythologized. Rodney's complaining stand-up set.
I tell you what, girls, I never had any luck. I'm not a guy. My dog found out we look alike. He killed himself.
This stand-up clip works because he is deep into the part of his career where the persona is famous, but the jokes still feel hungry.
Oh, I know I'm not in high school was voted most likely to make. That's okay.
The Rooftop Ultimatum, from I Can't Take It No More.
Oh, hi, Angie.
Rodney, a special isn't that important. What are you doing? Think of your kids.
I don't want my kids in my special.
Then think of all the people who love you.
Yeah, like who?
Hey, can you think of anybody who loves Rodney?
Rodney, it's me, Deacon. Go ahead and jump. I'll catch you with this glove.
Oh, I got a better idea. We'll catch him with a blanket.
No, I want to catch you with the glove.
Dangerfield threatening to jump unless ABC gives him his own network special is one of the funniest ways he ever framed show business rejection. Loser's anonymous bit.
I mean, last week I bought a whirlpool for my bath. So far, I lost 3 of my best ships. Okay, last week, nothing went right. I bought a waterbed. There were 2 Cuban guys swimming in it looking for Florida. I tell you, people are nuts, you know. My dentist, too, another beauty, my dentist, he found a new way to hide his bad breath. He holds up his arms.
Losers Anonymous is one of Rodney's best sketch-style ideas, because it gives his entire act a support group setting as the room is supposed to help people. But in Rodney's world, even support becomes another organized form of failure. Dangerfield's ABC special exposed.
Oh, my wife took a driver's test. She was happy. She got 18 out of 20. Yeah, 2 guys jumped out of the way.
Dangerfield's opening stand-up from Exposed has the energy of a comic who knows the audience came for the formula and still intends to make it feel fresh.
You know, one night she went out, some guy stole the car. I took her to see what he looked like. She told me she got the license plate number.
The Nothing Goes Right special opening.
Got the same packed out since 1975.
What bothers me is my wife. She's up to 3 packs a day. I'll tell you the truth, my wife and I, we never have. And we get undressed, we can't stop laughing, you know. But I'll tell you one thing, when my wife does have, she screams, ooh, especially when I walk in on her.
Nothing Goes Right is almost too perfect as a Rodney Dangerfield title because it sounds like his whole autobiography in 4 words. Rodney's act from 1988.
I mean, I said to him, hey, buddy, you told you could play around with my wife. He said, everybody. But I like to pack up once in a while, get away on vacation. Went to Europe last year, in Paris. Any of you folks been to Paris? How about Pennsylvania? Now, when I was in Paris, I went to a place called the Crazy Horse Saloon. Little French girl saw me there. She looked at me, she said, you're cute. And then she told me, you're recommended the best lovers. And then she said, of all you recommended comedians are the best lovers. And I walked away. I figured I was too good for her. Who the hell needs that, you know? She's a lovely girl, though. She told me she was a world traveler. And then she told me what a trip cost, and I told her we live in 2 different worlds.
Rodney's act from 1988 is funny because the title is plain, but the performance is loaded with precision. He doesn't need a dramatic framing device or a celebrity couch to make the material work. Never before seen. Stand up from the really big show.
I saw him last week. I told him, Doc, every day I wake up, I look in the mirror, I want to throw up. What's wrong with me? He said, I don't know, but your eyesight is perfect.
The lost 1991 stand-up footage is valuable because it catches Rodney in a later period without losing the snap of the old delivery.
One time I called him, I had diarrhea, put me on hold. Oh, he's a strange doctor. I told him, I think my wife has VD, gave himself a shot of penicillin for crying out loud.
Rodney's act recorded at the MGM Grand.
My old man, he was dumb too, my old man. He worked in a bank that caught him stealing pens. Pens, come on, move it along, will you? I mean, and my family's always been mixed up. Why, in the Civil War, my great-grandfather, he fought for the West. Tell you, I can't relax, you know? Well, the other night I felt like having a few drinks. I went over to the bartender, I said, surprise me. He showed me a naked picture of my wife. Now, well, my wife, there's always something. The other day I called her up. I said, honey, I've been thinking about the last time we had sex. I'm getting excited. She said, who is this? No, well, my wife, I got no s***. She cut me down to once a month. Oh, I'm lucky. 2 guys I know she cut out completely.
The room itself during this MGM Grand set proves he has respect, despite the act insisting he has none. Rodney brings his own top 10 list to Letterman.
She gave the mechanical bull her phone number. Really, a wild girl. This is on all the way, isn't it?
It's no, we checked it right after the opening. It's
Good.
all working. Now, tell me about the film. This thing's
The
the
movie's
runaway hit
doing
of the
great,
decade.
doing
isn't it?
real good. Oh, yeah, back
school.
to school is doing fine, and I'm getting some respect in college. I went to college. I never went to college.
Never
I
did
got no
go to
respect
college.
in high school either, you know.
What
I
happened
shared
there?
a locker with a mop.
Oh, no.
But the movie's doing fine. I couldn't ask for anything more, and I brought a clip along, too.
You brought a
Show
clip
that?
along.
Okay.
You brought a top 10 list. You brought a clip. This is wonderful.
Well, I got a pet trick, too, I could do, maybe, you know?
Rodney showing up with his own top 10 list on Letterman is a perfect match of comic formats. Letterman's list structure already depends on quick reversals, so Dangerfield can slip into it without changing his natural rhythm. Rodney's local Dallas interview.
Out. Why you get no respect?
Really?
Anybody who runs around dressed like you do in Caddyshack, what can you expect?
Well, that's what they told me to wear, you know? I look like a type of guy you want to avoid, I guess, huh? But,
You smell like him.
I smell like them, but then I'll keep you company.
That's all right. You can hold hands.
You're lucky I'm out
We're
on parole,
broad-minded.
okay?
You can
We
hold
do it often.
hands.
What are you going to ask me, my dear?
Yes. Where do you get clothes like that?
Clothes like that? There are people wearing them. There's these guys around, you know, and so they went out and bought the clothes for that type of fellow who'd wear these loud clothes.
The 1983 Bobby Wygant interview is funny in a different way because Rodney is not firing jokes every second like he does on Carson.
Thing, you know, people spend $20 for a haircut inside their head, they're idiots. You know what I mean? So you don't know where they're at. I mean, I can't get this deep now. It's too early for this, right? But clothes are not my thing. I know the whole country is fashion conscious, I know, but I was never into clothes, and that's the way I am. And Bill is into clothes. But
Now,
He is more relaxed, more reflective, and strangely exposed, but little flashes of the Dangerfield rhythm keep sneaking back into the conversation. Rodney's Howard Stern interview.
And how could you say he was? Wait a second. How can you say your father was okay?
Because he married my mother. He knocked her up to be honorable. You understand me?
But wait a second.
And he ended up screwed because she was not nice at all.
Rodney, get close to the microphone. I don't want to miss a word of this interview.
All right.
Okay, there you are. So what you're claiming is you have respect for your father because at least he did the right thing and married your mother.
Not only that, but he was a nicer person generally, you know.
Was he nicer because it was easy for him to be nice because he only saw you once in a blue moon?
Perhaps, I don't know. But I know that he was, I got along with him okay, you know, even though he saw me. There's the truth, I put in the book. He saw me 2 hours a year.
Wow. Now,
he saw me twice a year for an hour each time.
I could be a good father 2 hours.
Rodney's Howard Stern appearance works because the looser radio style lets him stretch a complaint longer than he usually could on network television, as instead of a clean stage run. The fun comes from hearing Rodney's grumpy comic logic collide with Howard's need to push the story further. The being stopped angle fits Rodney perfectly, because even a small inconvenience sounds like another official rejection from the world, as he doesn't need to dress it up because his voice already makes the situation sound unfair and somewhat ridiculous. Stern gives him space to keep circling the annoyance, and Rodney keeps finding ways to make the frustration funny as the moment feels later and rougher than the classic Carson sets, but the same no respect engine is still underneath it. Rodney on Jay Leno in 1999.
I sat my kid down. I told him all about the birds and the bees. He told me about my wife and a butcher. I tell you, my wife never went for me, you know. Last night I told her, honey, you know what I say, that makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. She told me, consider myself sick, poor, and stupid. All right. Who came in? What happened here? Now, last night was a rough night. My wife sent me out to buy a dozen condoms. When I got home, she took 4 of them and went out.
Rodney's 1999 Jay Leno appearance works because the timing is older, but the character is still instantly recognizable. He doesn't need Carson beside him for the rhythm to land, as Leno gives him a friendly late-night space, and Rodney fills it with the same tight little complaints that made him famous. The funniest part is how he still sounds annoyed by life even after decades of success. His voice is rougher, and his pace is different, but the punchline structure is still pure Rodney.
I recorded a religious song called He. And people say when you listen to it, something good happens to you. So hit my website, Rodney. Listen to He, and when something good happens to you, email me, let me know. That's Rodney. Okay?
Rodney,
what's happening otherwise? Huh?
How good is it?
The audience reacts with the pleasure of watching a legend do exactly what only he could do. Leno's Tonight Show provided familiar territory without Carson making the transition smooth for audiences who grew up watching Rodney destroy Johnny. The late 90s timing proves his observational comedy about marriage doctors and bad luck transcended specific eras.
Yeah. And yeah, like MGM, they treat me right there.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll be there for, as you mentioned, December 24th for the millennium, and close it January 1st. But I'll be there. December 26th is my anniversary. I'm married 6 years.
Oh,
I'll be there
go.
then. Yeah.
There you go. Very
6 years.
6 years, yeah.
Boy, it seems like yesterday, you know. And you know what a lousy day yesterday was.
His scratchier voice actually added authenticity to the defeated character, making age work for rather than against the persona. The segment demonstrates how true comedic voices maintain their essence while adapting delivery to physical changes. Rodney's comfort on Leno's stage shows he'd conquered late-night television regardless of who sat behind the desk. The 1999 appearance captured him 2 years before serious health problems began affecting his performing schedule, proving he remained a force until nearly the end. Rodney Has Fun with Regis and Kelly.
What a crowd.
What a crowd, huh? Oh, Rodney, you're still the king. Love the book. The book is very, very funny.
Thanks
We've
a lot.
enjoyed
it
it
took
a
me
lot.
3 years to write it.
Did it?
Really?
Well,
Yeah, 3
sure,
years.
yeah. And a lot of the great jokes that you've used over the years are in there as well.
We were really laughing this morning. We discovered a couple that we couldn't read on the air, but we decided to read them in our own minds and not share it with the audience.
So Rodney is from New York City, of course, and there he is. Look at how handsome the...
Rodney on Regis and Kelly is drop-dead hilarious. The bright daytime setting clashes perfectly with his lifelong complaint machine. Regis and Kelly are warm, upbeat, and happy to have him there, but Rodney still behaves like life is waiting off camera to insult him again. That contrast makes the appearance work differently from Carson or Leno's late-night environments. He slows the rhythm slightly for daytime television, but the jokes still carry the same bruised personality. The hosts laugh because even affection from the room can't fully break the no-respect character. Rodney's charm comes from sounding both cranky and delighted to be there.
At 18, I was going to amateur nights.
Sure.
You know, And then I was trying to get a job in show business. I worked, the first job was in Newark.
In Newark?
Newark. I got, every act got $2.
Yeah.
They took them from New York, piled them all in a car.
Right, drove them over.
And everyone got $2, and that's what I got for doing the show. There,
Were you a hit?
I got the $2.
The daytime format tested Rodney's adaptability, proving he could work across all television contexts. Regis and Kelly's enthusiasm creates perfect contrast, highlighting Rodney's unique comedic darkness against their morning brightness. The morning show audience skewed older and more female than late night, requiring Dangerfield to adjust without abandoning his voice. His ability to charm while complaining reveals the paradox at his comedy's core. The segment demonstrates that great characters remain fundamentally consistent, regardless of time slot or host energy. Rodney's genuine warmth toward Regis and Kelly shows through despite his character's perpetual grumpiness. The appearance occurred during his final years when he'd become a beloved institution, rather than just a comedian proving audiences loved him for exactly who he was. Rodney Dangerfield proved that nobody could turn personal defeat into comedy gold quite like him, because his machine gun delivery of no respect, one-liners worked everywhere from Carson's desk to Letterman's top 10 list, from ABC specials to the MGM Grand, showing that true comedic genius doesn't need respect, just perfect timing and the confidence to make audiences laugh at a man who insisted life had personally declared war on him. Which Rodney moment do you think captured his funniest work? Drop your answer in the comments and subscribe for more hilarious comedy moments.